Hi guys, I'm coming to you from inside my hoodie. I wanted to just give you a quick rundown of today's assignment. Remember, today we're going to learn about the Treaty of Versailles. That is the treaty that ends World War I. So at the end of wars, there's often like a formal signed agreement of some kind, right? And that's what this is. It's called the Treaty of Versailles. If you remember the word Versailles from the French Revolution, it's the palace in France, and that is where the heads of these countries meet to sign this treaty. You're going to read some excerpts of the treaty today, okay? So that's number 1 on Plan Book. It says the Treaty of Versailles. You're going to read the excerpts. I'm going to, even though it's super late, I should have done this sooner, I'm going to record myself reading the source with you. So if you need to hold yourself accountable, watch the video with me, and then you'll be done with that task, right? There's also a part 1 and a part 2 video. They're very short, but they kind of visually sum up the Treaty of Versailles. And then there is a comparison, another map that I want you guys to look at, or actually 2 maps, about what World War I did to the borders of Europe. I know we looked at that yesterday, but I think I want you guys to see it again. And that's all you'll have to do with part 1 of today's lesson. That really should not take you very long. My guess is the reading is 10 minutes at the most, and then the videos are like 5 minutes altogether, and then this will take you like 15, maybe 20 minutes at the longest. And then the other stuff you're going to do, guys, when I was little, I was in speech therapy because I said my R's is W's, and they made me say the rabbit ran across the road, and I said the wabbit ran across the woad because I couldn't pronounce my R's. Anyway, I just had a flashback of speech therapy in kindergarten. Okay, so number 2 on Plan Book is called the interwar period. That is what it sounds like. It's the period in between the war. What happened during that time? A lot of stuff, actually, and a lot of stuff that led to World War II. I am going to, in the morning, so by 10 a.m. I'll post this, but I'm going to read through a handout with you on inflation. Inflation is when it's an economic term for when the value of money fluctuates. And like inflation is like bananas in Germany after World War I, and we're gonna see why. That's an important part to understanding why World War II happens the way it does. So that's part of what you're going to look at. And then you're going to choose which video you want to watch. They're both crash courses. One is called Post-World War Recovery. And then the other one is called Economic Depression and the Dictators. You could watch both of them if you want to. They're both very good. You only need to watch one though. And I do want you to take notes on it. Just to hold yourself accountable and to practice your note-taking skills and to have some discussion material to bring to class on Monday. So that's what you're doing. The only other thing that I wanted to, I guess, remind you about really quick, I have some notes written down. Just some clarifying kind of stuff. World War I ends in late 1918. And it's during the 1930s that the tensions in Europe really start to go up, right? So it's like, okay, the war ends in 1918. Things are going okay for about 10 years, till the late 20s. Then the Depression hits in the late 20s, and then things are really bad for a few years. And then in Europe, for example, Hitler comes into power in 1933, so a few years after the Depression, and that's when tensions in Europe start to increase. And then it's in 1939 that World War II begins. So less than 20 years after, or I guess about 20 years after World War I is finished, World War II hits again, right? Like it is a doozy. It's a doozy of a couple decades for Europeans and their colonies, because colonization is still around during World War II. And then, yeah, I guess that's all I want to tell you for now. We're going to do World War II next week. I think most of next week, actually. I think that'll be good because I have some lessons, some non-Holocaust related lessons for you where it's just about the war. And so you'll be learning about the war itself. Please come on Monday prepared to talk about today's content. It should not take you the full hour. My guess is it could take you 40 minutes or so. You're not going to have to turn anything in until Monday, so make sure you have it done before class. And I will see you then. Have a lovely weekend. I wish this had a little thing and I would pull myself shut, but goodbye. Okay, bye.